Hey everyone, welcome to part two of A Psychic's View. We are going to go straight into the activation. We're going to go to a different realm, teach you how to get there, and I would recommend don't be like driving in a car or like climbing a mountain. The more that you can even maybe go and do a meditation before this to get really in your body. We're not going to take you through this meditation. We're just going to go there. So maybe like pause and do something that is a ritual for you to get really grounded and present. Yeah, the energy is starting.
Mm.
Headphones are always recommended just as we tune into my soundtrack. This is my new solfeggio soundscape, 396 hertz, a frequency for joy. So thank you, Jamie, for being here. Let's go into the channel. Feel free to press play on
Let's
your
do it.
end for the music.
Okay, so everybody close your eyes, and I feel like we're gonna work with that theme of efficiency and joy. And even just like taking a nice deep breath to just kind of relax our shoulders and shake some things off and just kind of bring in some fun and playfulness because when we are reconnecting with, they're coming in so strongly, they're like just speaking through me. But when we are reconnecting with this energy and essence of who you really are, and this higher consciousness that is available to you and your guides, it is about joy, because joy and upliftment and uplifting this frequency. So I just want you to first feel like they are just taking a blanket, almost like this blanket, this veil over you, and they're just shaking it off and they're lifting it off. And we're just going to lightly, gently clear, not to go into the clearing like we had talked about, but just to take a moment to just like shake this blanket off, shake the veil off, shake this heaviness off. I want you to imagine that you are feeling that your consciousness, your awareness that is in the center of your mind, it's just dropping down into your heart space. Taking some nice deep breaths into your heart space. We're just going to lifting the energy of the heart a little bit. And just taking a few deep breaths here and just feeling what it feels like for your consciousness, your awareness, your focus to be in the center of your heart. Now, they're just like speeding up this process a little bit because they're saying, let's go into this deepest level of the heart. And I want you to feel into this portal of your heart and feeling the energy in the center of your heart, this light, this infinite light as it begins to expand. With each breath, it expands, this light dissolves. The outer edges of your body, imagine that you are being encompassed with light that is expanding. It's your own soul's light, your own soul's frequency, your own unique energy. Feeling it expand just past the outside edges of your body. Dissolving, dissolving, dissolving. Now feeling it expanding out past your room, past the city you're in, past out into the cosmos, and out into the infinite. Feeling what it feels like to be immersed in the light of your soul, in the light of the infinite, so that there is no separation between you and this infinite light intelligence. This beautiful, beautiful, vast energy that is here. You may feel yourself beginning to float, expand, encompassed in all this light, just taking a moment to let anything else dissolve. Letting any tension, any worry begin to dissolve. Taking some nice deep breaths here into this infinite field of all possibilities. Just feeling the need, firstly, to just imagine as well. Some of you just need this, is like your ego is kind of getting in the way. We're just going to ask that part of you move to the side. This part of you that resists, the part of you that doesn't believe in this, we're just going to move that part of you to the side and just taking a deep breath and feel that spaciousness created. Katie, what are you feeling?
Okay. I just want to add one little thing. They're showing me there's a technology that they want to place over the high heart, and I just want to open up a portal. There is some fear they're showing me for like 32% of people that get a bit anxious to go like really high because they're scared of leaving their body or things like this. So I'm just opening up a channel of light over your field. Not everyone's field. And I'm placing, it's like an elongated star of light right in front of your high heart and throat. And I'm just projecting that into your frequency to like hover or exist with you. And it's like a beacon to remind you that it's all good, but it also cleanses just gently.
Oh, I can feel that tightness there.
And they're saying for some, this is eons worth of pain and tightness from, I'm not going to go into heaps, but just the punishment of what people used to feel. They're showing me in Orion or planets where there was like a boundary for souls to not be able to like, there was like punishment or something like that. But okay.
And they're saying like along with that, because there's I could feel that like big tightness in people like that. And it's not fully conscious because of what you just said, but just we're just going to ask this light, like a golden light, and imagine feeling this warming golden honey-like substance just to come into that space where you feel that tightness, that part of you where you feel they're saying that it actually it's a habitual thing where you like go to take a leap or you go to do something different, and then there's that thing that stops you. And we're just going to ask that golden light come in, and you can use this light anytime you feel that moment where you have to stop yourself or you're getting too far to your comfort zone in whatever capacity. Tell yourself you are safe. In this lifetime, it is safe. You are safe.
Okay, let's go into the Stargate portal. You take us.
Oh, they're actually just showing me as this like beaming light that's calling us up, and through almost this portal of light. But they're actually showing me this like excitement. It's like that once hesitation is now turned, like your souls are like,
I'm free.
Okay, we can do that. You know that moment where you're like, it's like, I've been seeing this a lot. It's like, you know, when you're in a box and you're like, I have to run from the light, And then it's like, okay, I'll walk through the doorway. There's no going back into that box or that cave. We're ready to come out of this cave now. And so we're beginning to surrender to that light. And as you walk, or you're not walking, but as you're up here, you see that there's this giant gateway of light. This portal.
Pause under. Can we pause for one moment? Yeah. They're saying there are activations under the. Imagine I'm seeing like an oval or like a Stargate portal, and they're showing me there are initiation codings to superimpose in your frequency. Each of the lights have these different patterns, and they're saying the transmission will be unique for the individual, for we all have our own holographically or light encoded template of our own Stargate portal. Does this make sense?
Oh yeah.
It's like when you go to the car wash and they like put the water down and the like the soap. I just feel like there's like a bathing in this light for a moment.
Yeah.
So just stand underneath that Stargate.
And there's just so many codes coming through here.
Because they're showing me some of you are consciously thinking, oh, I'm ready to receive my Lemurian coding or my Syrian, but you're not taking the time to be endowed energetically, like physically, if this makes sense, like literally being endowed. So they're saying, and visualize just on your neck a vial, an empty vial, and they're saying what you can do now is ask for the download of that. It's like a violet liquid is how I'm seeing it, but it might be different color for you. And this can come on the journey, so we don't have to stay here. But just for a moment, feel just saying, I'm ready for all downloads and initiation codes from me. Oyena samaretu shukoye tako oma arapu makaradi. Oyena samaretu shukoye tako oma arapu makaradi. Because it belongs to you, really.
It's a birthright.
Yeah, like you can't, it's like if you did like a 23andMe and you got your genetic coding, you didn't do anything to deserve that information. You don't do anything to deserve these codes. It is, right? Okay.
And there's just multiple different light frequencies coming through for people. And I feel like play around with the light that you're receiving, the color of light, and that you might be receiving a message in it. But there's many different star frequencies that are coming through this as well. Actually, Katie, I don't know if you feel this, but there's something so much. Yeah, I was going to say this is for all of us.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're feeling this, but what we're doing today feels really big. It feels very significant. Like it's bigger than we thought.
And it's our own personal journey too. I think you and I haven't planned this, and I think we're both just as individuals at the phase of like this type of next level work, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I really gently want to do a super quick, if that's okay, holographic overlay into the templates, like the energy templates. It's going to be super fast. And you can unpack it over like 14 days, but I'm just going to do a bunch of codes for a minute. It's neatly wiring the downloads that you're getting into your central nervous system, your throat. You're not from one place. You have a amalgamation of support and assistance, gifts and abilities. They're showing me Lyran, Blue Avian, Syrian, Andromedan, Lemurian, Katakoda, and realms that you've literally never even heard of in your life.
There's so much that we haven't even explored. Like I'm listening to them talk through your light language, because I can understand light language.
Heck yeah.
And they're saying we also want to acknowledge that there's different fractalizations that are ready to come forward in this transmission, and that we will be going there, but you are going to be meeting different aspects of your soul. But we want you to, on top of that, keep expanding your mindset, keeps expanding your field to because you might understand, okay, right now I'm feeling into this one fractal of me, of like the Pleiadian, but then you're going to see, oh, then there's the Lyran, then there's more to me, because it just keeps expanding. And I feel like there's an element of many of you who are going to meet this like God consciousness aspect of self today. So just as there has been these layers of clearing of old self, old versions of self, they're showing me like there's now these, let's now activate these higher fractals that have been there. Like let's do the flip side of all of this. And Katie, it was so neat because I could see you, some people in hesitation, and your soul and speaking light language is like, hey, let's go up here through this portal. Like, good, let's leap through this. It's all going to be good. And like, that's what you're kind of speaking. You're like preparing a lot of these souls to jump through this big portal. And I love it.
Yay, my friends. Okay, I'm going to let the codes I'm just going to go for a hot second, like 30 seconds, and then we can move on. You're standing in the eye of the tornado of energy, and the tornado tornado is simultaneously cleansing fear patterns of limitation where you have been scared to make the jump and leap in your expansion, but it's also soothing that instantly with the new like wall sticker decal, like the new codes that are then going to just
saying, after this, there's this moment of like, it's like this choice of choosing to be in this transmission of needing to make some leaps. And they're saying you're going to have to make some decisions that might feel uncomfortable. They might feel like a stretch, but you're actually far more ready to make these leaps, to make these decisions. And you're actually far more ahead of yourself than you have ever believed yourself to be, and that you're ready to make these leaps. So, hey, if Earth is a school, they're saying, why not mess around? Why not play around? Why not take a risk? Why not take a leap? Like, why not bet on yourself? And that's where I feel like we're moving with this transition.
So you know what
as well.
being hurt feels like? They're showing me, like, what sitting in the gutter being desperately alone feels like. Why don't you try something else for just like a second?
Yeah.
I also have a message, and I feel uncomfortable to say it, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
Say it.
Because I never want to ever like big myself up, but they're saying there's a very specific message. Some of you think that what I do is like, excuse my language, fucking amazing. They're saying you are here to learn. As a guide, Katie has chosen to walk forward to open the door, and you're going to come in the door and sit at the table. We are all here to go there together. There is no hierarchy, and there is no nothing but a gentle nudge and guidance. So they're saying anchor into the abilities of the realm that's open through Katie's like mind is what they're showing me.
And it's not to say to not downplay another's gifts in any way, but it's also in recognition that we all are here together on this call in the quantum right now, where we're all providing this frequency in order to open up this portal. For us, all of our light is needed in order to open up this portal, this stargate that we're opening today to pass through. So yes, we're not all on this call together, but we are in the quantum realm, and that we have to start to understand, or I know many of you here understand, but like really understand the way the quantum works, because it's like about to blow your mind. Let's go through this portal, and on the count of 3, all of us, just for fun, we're just going to imagine that we're like kids jumping off into the deep end. We're going to move through this portal.
I just jumped. It's so much fun. Woohoo!
This is where the playfulness and the fun comes from, And if some of you aren't ready to play, just keep coming back to this. Like you will get into that playfulness. And so we're kind of like move through this portal together, and just feeling like, whoa, let's just stabilize, and woo, it feels like woo, big energies, and then let's ground into this new realm that we're in. They're really coming forward and saying like, this is a new realm that we are all in right now.
They're showing me it is a higher self template recalibration that they want to place over the human. So the awareness of the physicality, like a suit of armor, but that's quite masculine, coming around the energy body that holds the fullness and the vitality and the strength and the awareness and the compassion and the power of your higher self. You get to like transform her up into that fully actualized self. Does that make sense? Yeah, that's what I feel like we're here for.
Journeying with you, because like the analogies that come through are the best.
So you know the movie Transformers, right? And they're saying some of you will be ready. Okay, the percentage at which you can download or hold that will vary. However, they're showing me like, imagine that you paint a room, right? And it's been a bit dirty, and you paint it one color of white. If you paint it white again, and then 2 weeks later, white again, and then 8 months, you've just been painting and painting it. Well, look at how triple sealed that room is. It's a super bright white. This is the same for the holographic overlay of the higher self-consciousness. And some of you are already at the 8th painting of your house, right? So everyone will receive the osmosis or the transfusion of this at a different tempo, but it doesn't mean that you're not starting the process.
Yeah, absolutely. And so don't get too hung up on being just one thing or one star system or one aspect, because the level at which things are shifting from this point onward is so quick. So it's like you may be plating one day and then the next day there's a different fractal and different thing.
Yeah, you're not Arcturian, you're not this, but you can identify with that at a period of your life to download the wisdom that they have to give you, but you're so much more. You're also none of that. They're showing me Jaime. I don't know if you want to take the lead, but they're just showing me there are very specific guides stepping forward for each individual, and I'm seeing I want you just listening just for a moment. Take a breath.
They're almost showing you know, sometimes this happens when we walk through a gateway and we're on the other side. I want some of you to really be in this place and let yourself ground in for a moment, because right now there's these very, very high vibrational guides that are surrounding all of us. And there's so many that I can't even count. But they're almost like these really strong pillars, and they are coming forward. And I feel like for you, they actually want us to, I don't know if you're feeling this, Katie, but I'm kind of feeling the need for us to kind of back out and just guide them in, and for the person who's on the call to experience them. Do you feel that?
Yeah, let's shut up for a minute.
Yeah. So I'll just guide you through. I want you to just really come into your heart, be in that light body that you are in. And these are very high vibrational, loving guides, very pure. And we're just going to let them come forward to you. And maybe just asking them a question. You know, and then we'll stop talking, but just saying, what would you have me know right now? And it could just be an energy transference. Actually, you could start crying. Oh yeah, they're handing all of you all of these beautiful energetic gifts, and I'm just going to start crying.
They're saying one at a time. Visualize that there's maybe an energetic basket, one at a time. Allow one of these beings, as you feel, sense, see, or know, or trust, to step forward. Beginning at the third eye.
So as they're handing you these gifts, they're also like coming up behind you. Almost, it feels like they're coming up behind and kind of like unplugging something from the back of you and be like, you don't need this anymore. Like, we're going to unplug you from this old energy, old template, old aspect of self. Because it feels very sacred what's unplugging. It feels very intentional. you've been way too hard on yourself. We know that this human experience at times can be so challenging and difficult. And although we don't have the human emotion, we can see you in pain. And we see you in times when you've been alone in your room by yourself or in the car, where you feel the pain or the density of being a human so strongly. And we want you to know that we are surrounding you and we're looking at you through the eyes of love and wanting to take some of these burdens off your back, because you no longer need to carry them with you in this new timeline that you are stepping into. So when you feel like you are alone and no one's around, you're alone with your thoughts, we want you to hand it over to us in those moments, because we are there. You've never been alone in those moments. And that we are bringing you to people and communities, because you're no longer meant to go at this experience alone any longer. And that was a necessary part of this path, of this timeline that you've been on, of part of your human path. But now that things are shifting and there is this need for collaboration, there's a need for coming together, there's a need for different groups coming together.
Wait, I know we're not meant to be clearing, but I have to clear something.
Yeah, no, clear it as we're doing it. Clear it as we're doing it. Yeah.
I'm just going to place a tube. They're showing me, they're showing me lots of people are ready to, like a snake sheds its skin. I know we're here to exude the light, but there is a mini clearing that I just want to offer. If you're ready to release loneliness, isolation, frustration, consciousness, Christ said Jesus is just stepping forward. I'm just opening up a golden portal of light. I ask any and all fractals, versions, personality, aspects of self that are ready to return fully into the light to go home. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all pain stored in the pain body, the cells, the mitochondria, the bones, the DNA. They're saying this will help with the assimilation of the new a little smoother.
It's, you said Jesus, and Jesus was the one who was kind of speaking through, but I was like, yeah, the Christ consciousness.
And there's one final piece of the clearing. There is lack that you've been speaking into your reality about yourself, the dismissive behaviors, the patterns, the language. If you are ready to release unconscious vibrational words that you were thinking or speaking or feeling or saying about your abilities or your doubts or your gifts, who you are, I'm placing a tube at the base of your throat. Yeah, thank you. That's not necessary anymore. And out of the solar plexus. Thank you.
This is where we are making the shift now, is to become very powerful co-creators of the reality. So they're saying, watch and play around with this in your everyday life with small things, which are rippling out to the bigger things. Play around with that, directing your energy, your attention, your focus.
They're doing a they want to wrap up, but there is a last step, and they're showing me like a soul fragment recall. They're showing me all these tiny little puzzle pieces flying in from literally like the galaxies, the universe, the multiverse, the quantum. So just visualize opening a portal in your heart.
Oh, I can see it like a magnet. It's like a magnet pulling in all these different fractals.
So take a really deep breath, everyone. Calling back all soul fractal fragments that are ready to be fully harmonized in every
For some of you, you might see this, it almost feels like oversoul, like various different aspects that are there just above your mind, or just above your body, or some of you might see it right in front of you. And if it's ready, Katie, if you're feeling like this is ready, I'm going to just call in and ask that you begin to walk in. Your higher self is walking into your body. So you are merging with your higher self. You are one. There is no separation. You are it. It is you. And I want you to feel what it feels like to walk around, to fly. Some of you are flying, to be in the energy and essence of your higher self as it is. All these various fractals are reuniting and merging with your physical body. So it's not an aspect outside of you, but it is within you. So feel what that feels like. What becomes possible? What do you have access to? So now we are going to see in front of you. I want you to imagine that there's a beautiful door in front of you, and you know that this doorway on the other side brings in change, brings in the new, brings in the joy, your most highest expansive timeline. And I want you to open that door with a ceremonial way of saying goodbye to the old and fully walking through that doorway. You've always had the keys in your hands, but now the keys have been visible to you, and now you're walking through that door that you've been trying to open for so long. And you're walking through, and you're immersed in this white blank space, and you see and you look around you that you are in this white room, this room that Katie was talking about earlier. But you're in a white room, and you see this couch, and you're sitting there, and I want you to look around on the walls, and the walls start to show you different aspects of your reality. So you're starting to see different pictures on the wall. You're starting to see the room is becoming what you are desiring. And this is where you get to state your claims and your desires of what you want your reality to be in this new. If anything were possible, that this wall, this room represents your new beginning. This blank slate that has just been provided for today. As this walking embodiment of your higher self and these higher fractals and this information of your most powerful timeline. What is the new picture that you're painting? What is the reality that you're calling in? And can now you imagine taking those steps with more joy, more excitement, more confidence?
There's a celebration posse. They're showing me like wrapping a wreath around you, or it's like a congratulation when you finish a big race. I feel like there's just some energetic codes I want to wrap, and then I want to seal your whole frequency in rainbow light. So just feel your galactic family. Feel your inner child, your inner children. Feel your potential children to be in your lineage. Feel your grandmothers, your grandfathers.
There's so many ancestors that are just so happy, like you did it.
There are things that you have not received because they were not afforded to you by the humans that were alive. I'm just energetically overlaying like a child who misses Christmases 8 years in a row. The presents will still created and put under the metaphorical tree. You get now to have the back pay. Open your cells, open your body. And if you're ready, there's a quite a heavy golden chain of light. Maybe there's an ankh, maybe there's a crystal, maybe there's a dolphin, just witnessing what the sigma is. Like a medal when you finish your race. This is your Kaya Narata Ishkuma Ato Surata, your claim to cosmic fame, right? Your prize. Breathe that into your spine now, the weight and confidence of the fullness.
There's so many overdue rewards that are coming in. Many delayed manifestations beginning to form. And some of you are actually being handed this like golden juice and being like, it's time to go that extra mile. You got this. And they're saying you got it because it's not just for you now. You're not running the next leg of the race just for you. It's for all of the ones who are 10 paces behind you. And all of the ones who are 20 paces in front that are waiting for us to catch up. It's everyone. It's a unity consciousness of humanity meeting with the rest of the whole universe. It's big. It's really big today. This is big. You know, it's like always recognize your significance in the bigger picture of everything. Your light is so deeply needed. Your voice is so deeply needed. Your energy, your essence, who you are is so deeply needed. Just they're showing you this kid's book that I have for my kids. It's like, you're here for a reason. And you're needed right now. You're needed to your fullness. You're needed in your joy. All parts of you are needed here. And it's time for this mission, this light mission, this greater sense of mission. And when you feel into that, there is a different sense of potency with that. And there are many things that you maybe didn't feel ready for at the time, but they're all coming back at a greater potency. And these are these opportunities that are for you to say yes to. So no longer brushing them off as a side and saying you're not ready or they're for other people. No, we are handing the spotlight to you. You are being put in the spotlight, in God's spotlight, the divine spotlight, and it is your time.
I'm just going to wrap you all up now in the amalgamation of that light, just an orb of a chrysalis, a rainbow chrysalis is what they're saying. Because they're saying many people need to come back 3 or 4 or 5 times because even though you might understand the verbal words that Jaime or Katie have spoken, there are energetic inferences that you will hear a new message or feel a new frequency on the 5th listen rather than the 1st, right?
Yeah.
So just sealing up your frequency.
See, like anytime you're as Katie's doing this, anytime you're like feeling alone on this path in some way, just come pop this recording on and be with your friends, like your cosmic friends. That's how they're saying, like, feel that support. But this is going to give you a different outcome every time.
Okay, I want to do one last activation because I can't freaking help myself.
I know. There's something I want to do after.
Okay. We do have to go to our human lives. There are the seedings of your cosmic family who you have yet to familiarize yourself and comfortably allow kata to sumarataiki, our connection. There are positive mented beings. There are kata data shikata, crystalline children. There are fae consciousness, and they're showing me there when I just channel the codes for in a minute. There are little seeds that I would like to place throughout your central channel. It will come through as dreams. It might come through, you might read a children's book and hear a message. You might start to see physically with your eyes higher dimensional energies out of the corner of your eye. We are here to speed up the calibration to acceptance to the new world. So if you're ready, just open your heart for a moment, and I'm just going to let these codes, Avian, I'm just going to let all of these codes setting the intention is eradicate any doubt that you've ever had when you question yourself if you're channeling. So just take a really deep breath because it's exciting. This is your family. Yeah. They love you.
There's also just this new level of trust, and they're saying like there's no more room for doubt at this point. Like there's okay to have a little bit, but we got to remove that doubt. The doubt is actually what's blocking the channel, and you just need to trust. Like there's a new level of trust that's being activated right now.
Yeah, I feel like you don't even have to do anything. I feel like it is just the energy transfer. Like don't think about not doubting, just allow.
Yeah.
They're saying if you can inherit doubt from your ancestors, guess what? You can inherit trust from your cosmic ancestors. So they're saying you focus so much on my mother's line, my father's line. They're like, hello out here.
Yeah.
Look what we can give you. This is your ancestry. Oh, I actually can't wait to go home. Like, love you.
I want to go back to my real family.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be quiet. Your turn, Jamie.
You know, it's really interesting that you mentioned the seeds because they've been talking a lot about these. For some of you, there's like these ancient seeds that have been planted on this earth a long time ago, ancient in the timelines that we don't even have record of, or we do have record of. They're saying these seeds of light are beginning to sprout, and I'm seeing some of you needing to go to different parts of the earth or different places where you might be activating these seeds, and also just in your everyday life, there's these seeds of light that you have planted that you are awakening now. And this is where we have to let go of where we've been before, because there's such a new timeline coming in and there's such ancient knowledge, and these are like your gifts. These are your inherited gifts that are coming forward. It's your birthright, and you have planted it at these locations and these intersections of time that are now awakening.
Side note, you can go there not physically. They're showing me you can also project your energy body to like Peru or these places. So if you're in a wheelchair, or if your body is like in pain, or if you have limitations of finances, they're saying you're not missing out because you can't physically go. But if you can physically go, they're saying you know who you are, grid keepers. Close up. Take us out.
Okay, so we're actually just going to bring in all of these energies. We're going to move them back. We're going to just come back into our body, even though we've always been in our body. But now we're just actually going to, they really want to focus on all these energies, all these activations. We're just going to push them down into the earth, deep down into the giant crystal of the earth, your own crystal. This is your own crystal kingdom. We're going to encode and plant all this information and all this knowledge and all this light that was just provided. Whatever can't be fully digested by the body is going to be planted here to slowly come up whenever, as your body, as to not tax the body. But now we're just going to infuse the grids, almost like a spider web of light. We're going to just infuse the grids with this light. So sweet. It's really infusing, almost like boom, 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 boom. You see the light of this grid coming up. And now taking a deep breath, just coming back into your heart, taking your time. And drink a lot of water. Some of you listening to this, I'm really big on trace minerals and like fueling your body properly, but you drinking a lot of water after this, adding some salt, like really high quality sea salt. If you are an energy practitioner, energy worker of some kind, is so important because or if you're, feeling all these activations that are happening right now and the energies, it's really important to replenish the minerals of your body. So you can add salt to your water, or you can get some trace minerals, but really important to, because otherwise the water will just run through you, but we need something kind of to help absorb.
Okay, I'm just going to grid the base of your energetic field into the necessary templates. I like sacred geometric patterns like in the earth. And I'm going to let you just bathe in the sound for a little while, everyone, so you can really ground and be in that frequency. So I'm going to say goodbye to Jamie. Going to say goodbye to everyone and just keep bathing in these frequencies. Let us know how you feel in the comments. Thank you for your time.